Oh, hello, comic fans.
What's up? Welcome, my crypto comics compatriots.
The compatriots.
We're back with another edition of the Crypto Comics Couch, where we break down the comic book landscape and let you into our world.
It's a disturbing world.
It is. But
some may say glorious, however.
We have a lot of news to talk about today.
So many news.
You know it's going to be good.
Sorry, got a little excited there.
There is a ton of news. Holy crap.
So many.
All right, but before we begin, Fry, what you been up to this week?
Dogecoin.
Getting in on that, huh?
You know I love me some Doge. I love memes. I love cryptocurrency. I was excited to watch Doge climb up and tickle a little bit on that 70 cents.
I have a bet going with some people that it's not going to get up to $1 by the end of the month. So,
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, if Elon Musk can do it, then so can I. Let's do our part in raising it, shall we?
Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin has now almost overtaken
all-time high this week of $900. Now, at its peak, if you had invested $1,000 a year,
I know you're impressed.
Yeah. Did you actually have that? Like, how long have you had that ready to go?
It's been there for a while.
Really?
It's been waiting for a minute. You know me. Check it out with chat real quick. Andrew Dodge comes in on Twitch saying, "Hey guys, happy Monday. Hope you're enjoying your day and evening. Good to be here and talk comic news.
What's
exciting
up?
Topics for sure." Bro, you got no idea. We've been busy. We've been real busy. Like, call the boss and say, "Hey, we can't come into work today because we're too busy getting ready for the news." I also noticed that Andrew Dodge changed his avatar to a little spaceman.
Oh,
I like
cool.
I like it.
Nice.
Jay Smith Did Artist says, "Boo, Doge." Whatever. Bite at the dip, y'all. Andrew Dodge says Doge is currently at 45 cents. I'm very excited. Crypto Comics will not be using Dogecoin, even though I've begged and pleaded. we will be sticking with Ethereum. However, give me some time. I want to make it happen. Leslie comes in on Facebook saying, "Hey everyone, what's up, Leslie? Thank you for joining us." Digital Dwight, he's getting it right. He says Doge to the moon. Cause I'm a rocket man. I don't remember the lyrics all of a sudden to that song. All right, Andrew Dodge says Ethereum is currently at $3,899. Ethereum is a bad boy. It's a bad mamba jamba.
Yeah,
the usefulness of Ethereum is pretty rad. Leslie comes in and says, "Oh my god, that clip." It's what I do. I know things and I find memes. So we have to hurry through the news though, because there's so many things we have to hit tonight that we can't let me get sidetracked here. That being said, I'm sidetracking us right now with the new Venom commercial because it's so badass. We can't wait.
I say either, you guys say either, I say neither, and I say neither, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. Ta-da! Catch up.
Excuse me?
Yummy.
Good evening, Eddie.
Hey, Mrs. Chen.
Good evening, Venom.
Function hall, Mrs. Chen.
He says hi.
One is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
I've been thinking about you, Eddie.
Two can be as bad as one. It's the loneliest number.
Because you and I are the same. Every decision we ever make, who do we leave behind? And how do we leave them? Waiting in the darkness for the rescuer who never comes. Welcome back, Eddie Brock. It's been a long time. Miss you so much. Soon come chaos. Chaos soon come.
Is the loneliest number that you'll ever do.
The chocolate delivery hasn't arrived yet.
No!
We had a deal.
What's gonna happen? You gonna stop protecting me?
I am happy to eat, Mrs. Chen.
No, you cannot eat, Mrs. Chen.
What?
Nothing?
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So we're all excited that Carnage is going to be in a movie, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
I think that's kind of a given.
Everybody's excited that Woody Harrelson is playing it.
Perfect person.
Yeah, yeah. And I remember you saying that it was going to be a tall order for this to be a good movie. I remember you saying this, and now the commercial has dropped.
I don't remember saying that at all, dude. I loved the first one, and I love Woody Harrelson, especially after Natural Born Killers. I was always excited about this.
That is the most awkward movie for you to fall asleep to every night as well.
It kind of is. I don't know why, but
I'll be honest with you, that was an awkward night in that hotel room. I don't know, guys. I'm going to be upfront and honest with you about this new Carnage show. It looks friggin' amazing.
Yeah.
And if they let us down, I'm going to be pissed.
You know, I don't think they can let us down, but at the same time, I think the what are they? Oh crap!
Yeah,
What?
how you doing?
My brain isn't working. All right. I think the critics are going to hash it to death, but I think it's going to be an epic movie.
Oh hell yeah! Oh yeah! Like, everything about that trailer is just so right.
Oh yeah.
The music
I couldn't
selection.
stop laughing at the whole Mrs.
Make a
Chen
breakfast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the make a breakfast scene too, but yeah.
All right, let me check back in with chat real quick here. You guys are going a little fast. Leslie on Facebook says, "Speaking of spacemen, I'm a little stoked. Friend, give me astronaut earrings today. Hey, right on." Jay Smith Didjarda says, start the news now before Bug Magnet gets here. We're trying. Lord British says, hey guys, what's up? What up, house?
What's up?
Andrew Dodge comes in as our human Ethereum tracker, I guess. Says mining for me is currently monthly at 0.13 Ethereum.
Ooh.
Killing it for a one-man op here. That's awesome, dude. Great to hear. We got Min coming in on Facebook saying, whoa, wait a minute. Is that the guy who played Bane?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Tom Harding played.
Everybody gets all awkward. We're like, well, yeah, man. Yeah, if you haven't seen the first Venom movie, go check that out. It's a pretty good one. Andrew Dodge says, epic trailer. Jay Smith Didjarda says, I love Woody, but I was hoping for Walter Goggins or Jackie Earl Haley. He'll do good, though, he says.
Well, Walter Goggins
J.D. Smith, you're like the most judgmental comic fan I think I've ever seen.
Are you a DC fan?
He's definitely in the closet if he doesn't come out and say it. J.D. Smith, we see what's going on. Digital Dwight says, Venom and Carnage was my main comic collection growing up. I started collecting comics with Venom #1. Better hang on to that bad boy. Get it slabbed.
Mm-hmm.
We got King Daniel on Facebook saying, hey, Matt. What's up, man? There's two
what's
of us
up?
here. There's two.
Yeah, but I'm the important one, all right?
I can see that because then he comes on to say, and Fry, and misspells my name even though it's on the screen. Mr. Taylor, how many times have I personally backpacked you through Verdansk? And this is the repayment that I get.
Yes, it is.
I feel let down right now. I'm going to be honest with you,
I'm
King
okay with
Daniel.
it. I'm totally okay with it.
We got, well, he's laughing now. We got AM coming in on YouTube saying, sup, Crypto, what's going on, AM?
What
is up? You know, until this moment, I swear that the AM's avatar on YouTube was a Ninja Turtle, and now I'm realizing it's a leprechaun. I don't know if it's because I got new glasses or I'm using a different monitor.
All right, I'm about to pull a Jared.
I just went quickly. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
King Daniel goes back, say, sorry. That was my fault. My bad.
Nah,
man,
it's
my
fine.
bad.
It's fine, man. It's fine.
Dude, everybody misspells my name. It happens every time. But at least I don't get called Mark.
Hey, you know. That was classic.
Matt'll be sitting here fangirling like hell, famous comic creators, like, so Mark, tell me about yourself. And Matt's like, well, my name's Mark.
Yeah, he's like, I have to tell my mama now. I'm changing my name.
All right, let's go. Okay, so first up on news, actual news, without me sidetracking everyone.
Bam. Okay.
All right, the Memorial Fund, we going with that? Bye.
Yeah. So the John Paul Leon Memorial Fund launched on GoFundMe. This is, this guy had done so much stuff like created Static. He's, one of the founders of Milestone. But he wanted his daughter to go to college. So artist Tommy Lee Edwards set up the campaign and is selling his art in order to help John Paul Leon's daughter actually obtain her dreams.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Next week, they should start one for my student loans. I'm just kidding. I finally paid those off them. Yeah!
I was gonna say, I thought I remember you saying something about that.
Dude, y'all could say whatever you want. You might be driving a Bentley, stuff like that, but I paid off my student loans and I feel good about doing it.
Mine are paid off too. Yes.
You teacher, that's totally different.
What?
What do you mean the government paid for mine?
Oh, no, they did not.
Government paid for most of mine.
Yeah, they didn't for mine. So, yeah, like this just goes to show you that this guy, John Paul Leon, he was big in the comic book world, but just because you're big in the comic book world doesn't mean you typically get the cash. So you guys got to go out there and actually support your creators. If you like them, go support them.
Absolutely. Even if you don't like them. Well, then maybe not.
If you don't like comic book creators, how'd you end up here?
Aren't there any comic book creators that you don't like?
Oh yeah, there's a few.
So see what I mean?
Yeah, there's a few really big names out there that I was like, oh, I'm fangirling over. And yeah, Jared can attest to this. We met one ultimate fan. I sat down, started talking to him, and a couple of kids came up during the convention, and he was like, fuck off, kids. And I was just like, what the hell? He's like, yeah, I'm trying to talk to you. I was like, all right, I'm out.
Rob Liefeld needs mouth to mouth. Do you support him?
I'm a fan of Rob Liefeld.
Mm-hmm. But would you give him mouth to mouth? You didn't answer the question.
I've seen Sandlot, so I'm always afraid if I give somebody mouth to mouth, they're going to end up kissing me. So
is that a no?
I have a thing against slobber. I'm sorry.
So if Rob Liefeld wants to give you tongue, you're going to tell him no.
That is correct.
I don't believe it. I don't buy it.
I don't know how this conversation got this weird this fast.
I'm putting money down right now. Matt would go for it. 100%. Rob, if you're watching, homie's game. Promise.
Oh boy. Well,
Edgar Dodge says, I recently paid off my student loans too. Such a relief. Hell
nice.
Yeah, it is. Not having the government on your neck. Jay Smith Didyarda says, you're a cold, cold man, Mark. All right. Next up in the news, Heavy Metal Humble Bundle. This is awesome.
So,
and dude, I haven't jumped on something for Hero Initiative as fast as I jumped on this. I've only done 2 other things with Hero Initiative. For those of you who are not aware, Hero Initiative is an awesome nonprofit organization. Kind of deeply entwined with the comic community and the indie community. We've talked about them a few times before on the show, but yeah, Heavy Metal coming out.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Heavy Metal is so iconic, man.
It really is.
So many great tattoos have been stolen from these books. You disagree?
No. I was just thinking, I remember actually reading this as a kid. When I was a little kid, in the comic section of the local gas station, they had Iron Man, Ninja Turtles, and Heavy Metal. And just religiously. So yeah, I'd pick up the Iron Man, and I'm a little kid.
Yep. Dude, it's kind of messed up here. And that's probably going to explain a lot of shit to a lot of people. But in my baby book, my mom listed Heavy Metal as my favorite movie.
Oh my God.
Which is fantastic when you think about it. Because how could you... I'm going to take y'all back. You know what I'm saying? Summer of 81. Everyone's happy, Cold War's just kind of there, dying out a little bit, stuff like that, and this woman says, God, I'm gonna need you to send me a son who grows to be 6'4" and 230 pounds that loves Heavy Metal magazine, indie creators, and non-censorship. And I like to think that God came back and was like, cool, no problem. I'll also make him handsome as hell.
Oh, wow.
This is the way I imagine it going. You know what I mean? I don't know. There were camcorders back then, guys, but they were like big and, you know, it wasn't like in your phone. So, I mean, I just know my mom's an angel. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mom's Day to all the mommies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
You really think that's how it happened, huh?
Well, I mean, I try to be objective about it.
Objective about that only, because nothing else. I gotta say, I've never seen you objective about anything else.
Ever. Speaking of which, don't be objective about hitting that like button, hitting subscribe, sharing the video out to all your friends, share the video out to your enemies. The kid that used to beat you up in junior high, share the video to them, and then share it to their mom.
Yeah.
It is the ultimate way to get revenge, because they'll see that you subscribed before them. And I know some of you guys might be looking at the little subscribe button thingy, the little like thumbs up thing. You might be like, whoa. You know what I mean? This is moving really fast, guys. I don't know if I want to, you know, jump in the pool quite yet and just kind of dipping my toes in, you know. But don't worry. That's where everybody starts.
And don't forget that if you don't hit it, centipedes might crawl across your face at night. I don't know how. I don't know why.
Damn. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna mess me up tonight. I'm gonna be trying to go to sleep, and I'm gonna be like, God, no, not okay. All right, check it in on chat real quick. T3 says, "Hey boys, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?" He says, "God took his time with me." So,
I love it.
he ain't wrong. Let's see. Leslie says, speaking of nonprofits, I know some fans asked about mine. Mine for the Wildlife should be done in a couple months. Granted Stars lineup. Right on. That is good news. T3 says, I shared with your mom. Happy Mother's Day. Good. Maybe she'll actually watch one of these. I do, for real. I asked my mom like a couple weeks ago. I was like, she said something. She saw a Bon Jovi comic book on Amazon. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's Tidalwave. That's Darren Davis. He jumps on a few of our streams, like really good people. You know, you should buy a copy of it. And she goes, well, if he's on your shows, how come you can't just call him and have him send you one of those autographed books like everybody else does? And I'm just like, Mom, that's not how this works. I gotta pay money for a autograph book. Nobody sends Fry anything. So,
speaking of moms, I went over to my parents on Mother's Day, and we started talking about just kind of how our week went and stuff like that. And I was like, yeah, we actually just got back from Mile High Comics in Denver and everything, and I'm telling them about that. And so I mentioned that we put it on YouTube. So my mom's like, oh, gotta watch it. And I'm like, oh boy. So she subscribed, and I'm sitting there thinking, all the crap that we pull on this show, my mom's gonna beat me if she watches all of them.
Hi, Matt's mom.
Hi, Mom.
Everybody in chat, say hi to Matt's mom. Come on, y'all. Jeez. Take your shoes off when you walk in. She's a nice lady. See? T3 already. Hi, Mom.
There we go. Hi.
Jay Smith, Digi Artist. Oh, would you quit it? What are you doing?
I meant to turn it off.
You have your job. You do yours. Jay Smith, Digi Artist says, The Story of Fry. I love it. Sounds like it should be a Tidalwave title. I've been trying to get Darren to follow along, but I'm going to be honest with you. I feel like he might not be interested whatsoever. We got Min laughing about everything. House Orbit says, hi, Matt's mom. Jenny saying, hi, Mom. And Dodge saying, hi, Matt's mom. She probably doesn't remember me. LOL. Oh, she remembers.
All right, that got awkward. So let's jump back into the news, shall we?
Well, is there a story there?
There's a few stories here. All right. Speaking of awkward, DC is doing another crisis event after promising that they're done with crisis events earlier this year.
Why?
I don't know.
Why? Can someone in chat, please, if you think this is a good idea for DC to do, say so in chat.
See, okay, what they're doing is
I'm willing to bet that nobody gives a rat's ass.
they're
Flat out
trying
on.
to do like death metal, which went into Future State, which is, you know, kind of led into Infinite Frontier, and they're saying that's supposed to be the crisis event to end all crisis events. And I'm sitting there thinking, isn't that what death metal was supposed to be? Like that's exactly how they market it. So I don't know what's going on.
So this is all that Infinite Frontier stuff they were teasing at then, right?
Infinite Frontier has, yeah.
Or is that different?
It's no, Infinite Frontier is the next step. It's after the Infinite Frontier. Like it's supposed to, Infinite Frontier is supposed to lead into the next crisis.
Oh Lord. Come on, DC. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, maybe there's fans out there for it, and that'd be cool. I want to try to stay positive. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, there's like 700 excellent indie comics you could pick up instead of any of these that DC is putting out. Literally any indie comic book out there. Like, go into your local McDonald's, find a kid that's drawing on a napkin. Well, ask the parents' permission first, but
Oh, God.
take that napkin. It's gonna be a better comic.
See, there are some that they're doing well. It's so.
Which ones?
You know, I like what they're doing with Green Lantern.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a weird kind of like, I was a little kid, so I'll always like Green Lantern kind of way.
Right.
I like the Jonathan Kent, but it's really hard to defend anything else.
So I feel like DC is that watermelon, right? And AT&T and Warner Brothers are like standing above this watermelon, and they're two teenage girls making a TikTok video, and they're just wrapping rubber bands around DC at this point, just to see at what point does it just crush DC entirely.
I thought you were going to go with a Gallagher reference or something.
No, I should have, though. Damn it. That would have been pretty good. Yeah, dude, I feel like they're putting all this weight on DC's writers and like the artistic teams. I mean, here's the problem is the bloodbath happened. Tons and tons of extraordinarily talented people got cut out.
Yeah.
And then now, all of a sudden, DC's like, oh, well, hold on, guys. We're going to go 64 other directions again.
Well, I think the reason for that is because the whole bloodbath that you're talking about, most of the people that lost their jobs were the editorial department.
Right.
And then as soon as they got rid of them, it's like everybody's just going, I don't know.
I don't know, man. I feel like they should just narrow down their scope a little bit and just make it like, you know, iron. You know what I mean?
I just wish, you know, the DC editors would get, you know, in the writer's room with everybody and be like, let's just tell a good story. Like, what's a good story you've always wanted to tell? Pitch it to me. Nothing's off the table right now. And they just do something good.
I feel like that's exactly what they did, but then they took the list and instead of cutting it down, they were like, publish them all. You know, like
I think there was a lot of acid done before they were like,
it worked for Doctor Strange.
Well, yeah.
So let's not. We are not promoting drug use in comics, to be clear. But we're not saying that it makes a bad book. So
Really? You're gonna go there?
Have you read the old Doctor Strange? Oh,
I have, and yeah, whoo,
so
there was
nuts. So
yeah,
nuts.
that and the old Nick Fury books.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
Those those got a little wild.
Oh, dude, totally. I don't know. I feel like DC is just trying to replicate the New 52 over and over and over again. You know?
Stop replicating anything. Just do something that you believe in.
Well, what I mean by replicate is they're trying to replicate the amount of passion that the New 52 kind of created.
Yeah.
Because it did a lot of good for DC.
It really did.
I
But
know.
at the same time, they dropped the ball hardcore on that because they never came to a consensus as to what goes where.
No. And then they just cut everything away or left things wide open or just ignored it entirely. Changed up characters, changed up storylines, pretended whole runs didn't even exist as canon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And when those kind of things start happening, that's when that universe started falling apart. You know
Well,
what I
that's
mean?
when you have to sit down and really get into detail before, in the planning stage. You have to. Like, if you're going to say this is canon in this book, but it's not in this book, and the two, have a crossover, it's like, wait a minute.
Right.
What is going on here?
Yeah, I hope that DC can see the importance of getting back to the foundations of what made DC books really great. And I hope that they just can kind of continue to build off of that rather than go 60 different directions, because I mean, unfortunately, we are definitely in a world now where nobody can pick up every DC book. And if that's what they're hoping for, it's not going to happen. It can't. People for the most part, unless you're like a crazy super fan, you know what I mean? You can't afford to pick up 35 new books, especially with the markups that we're about to see.
Oh yeah. Well, there was that with what is it, New Frontier or Infinite Frontier, something like that. I had seen a breakdown like, okay, if you actually want to pick up this entire series, it's going to cost you over $500.
Yeah,
yeah, I can't justify that to my wife. I can't.
And that's one series. That's not even taking into account that there's 15 other story arcs going on at the same time. So what are you supposed to do other than just follow one favorite character?
But you can't with these types of stories because they interweave so much that if you miss something, you're done.
Right. Let me check in with chat again real quick here. T3 Comics says, have the kids sign it and get it graded. Talking about the napkin.
The
That's
napkin,
great.
yeah.
Let's see. T3 asks, has anyone watched the new Superman series on HBO Plus? I'm on the fence.
I watched it when it was on the CW. It's going to be coming back to that, of course, but I actually really dig it. Just like, the CW is free, so I believe all episodes are still on there as well. They're only on hiatus, but I'm actually digging it. There was a lot of moments that I was like, yeah, as a Superman fan, you got to love.
I haven't watched it anyway, but I've actually heard really good things about it. About a lot of those CW shows, actually.
The production quality on this one is actually really good.
Nice. Let's see. We got Jesus Ghost says, I'm down. I'm not hard to please. DC will definitely be getting my money. Right on. That's good to see that they still have a lot of fans.
Yeah.
House Lorber says Fry watches way too much TikTok. Market research.
Do you have any idea how many times he's like, hold the phone, I'm going to do the dance? I'm like, what?
Every meeting. Marketing Mondays. AM comes to say, DC always does good, then falls short. I think I agree with that.
I hate to say it, but you're not wrong.
Andrew Dodge says, I refuse to pay for HBO Plus. I have too many streaming services already. That's understandable. Absolutely.
I seen a meme that was like, yeah, I saved $150 for cutting my cable bill. Now I have $200 bill for all my
Dude, that's
streaming
what
services.
it is now, man. It went from Hulu and Netflix to Hulu, Netflix, Disney Plus, HBO Plus,
Oh yeah.
whatever else. I mean, yes. Nope. Goat comes back to say the new Suicide Squad is dope, in my opinion. That looks great.
I
think
want to
it
see
looks
that
really
one.
good.
Yeah.
The game also looks pretty sick. T3 Comics says, I canceled the rest, use HBO and YouTube. My girlfriend has Netflix, so we use those. Very good. You gotta have that YouTube premium.
Yep.
Man, what would I do without it? That and Spotify. Those are my two. Absolutely have to have those. Even if money's tight that month, those two are right up there with milk for the children. That's such a terrible joke. That would have been really funnier if I wouldn't have laughed, though. People would have thought I was serious. Or is he?
Guys, I hate to tell you, he probably is serious right now.
He loves his Spotify. AM says, laugh my ass off. Publish them all. P3 says, now there's going to be a new Superman. Oh, great.
Yeah, that one, they announced it on Henry Cavill's birthday, which I was like, oh, damn, that is cold. That is cold.
I think everybody can agree that Henry Cavill deserves better.
Yeah. Well, I've heard talks of him playing Wolverine. You know, I've also heard so many people saying like, oh, you know, we're going to have a black Kal-El now. And I was like,
Man of Steel?
Yeah. There are other black Supermen that would actually be really cool to see in the Superman universe. So you could still have Henry Cavill playing Man of Steel, you know, Kal-El, but then that different version as well.
What about in the
everybody's going multiverse? So
there's the Death of Superman run, and there was
John Henry Irons.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm not totally out there. It's been a long time since I've read any DC, folks. Just so
he
everyone
became
remembers.
the hero known as Steel.
Steel, that's what it was. Yeah, and then they made a Shaq movie, right? Or tried to.
Yeah, there was no defending that movie, guys. It was brutal.
DC is better. Let's go to Denver, and I'll prove it. I should just put that on. Right when you showed up to pick me up to go to Denver, I should have been like, I want you to watch 5 minutes of this.
I would have just drove home at that point.
Right. With tears sobbing silently down your cheek.
Yeah, that Shaq movie was horrible.
What is Peacock? What is this?
It's a new streaming service.
There's another one?
Yeah.
Man. Did you guys know that there's a science channel
on
satellite? Dude, I had no idea. And it's great. I just never watch television. Like, I just stream everything. So I had no idea that that was even a thing. It's crazy. All right, let's see here.
Yeah.
Sean Keenan on Facebook says, hey, guys. What's up, Sean? You still hurt my feelings.
What? Oh.
Hey, he hurt my feelings. I found out that he had a new Kickstarter.
Oh, yeah. I saw that on Facebook.
And I didn't get any forward notice. I didn't get any heads up. Sean wasn't like, Fry, my main man, how you doing over there? And I would have been like, pretty good, mate. What's up? And you'd been like, hey, I got a new Kickstarter. You should check it out. Maybe plug it on your show. And I've been like, cool. Maybe I'll do that. But not now. Not now. You hurt me. You hurt my feelings, Sean.
I think you're going to get over it.
We'll probably plug it. Maybe.
Sean, send us the link. We'll, yeah.
Jay Smith AJR says, who's the invisible character I've seen in the Suicide Squad trailer?
Well, if he's invisible, you haven't seen him.
Exactly. I heard a voice, though. Something about like Patriot Man or something like that. Supposed to be there. I don't know. I didn't see anything. All right, let's see. I got to skip a few of these comments. I am so sorry, guys, because holy crap, you're going really fast on some of these platforms. Teacher Comic says, over on Twitch. They just figured out how to get people that won't pay for cable to still pay for individual channels. Laugh my ass off.
Yep.
I think you're accurate, dude. I think so. But see, I cheat. Like I get Disney Plus through my Verizon account. I get Apple Plus because if you buy an iPad basically every 2 years, you don't have to pay for it. Which works. What else? Yeah, I think Spotify and YouTube Premium are the only ones I even pay for.
See, I just remember back in the day when you can steal your neighbor's cable, but that was.
Oh, Sean comes back in and say, "I'm so sorry," with a link to his Kickstarter. All right, y'all. You can find his Kickstarter at kickstarter.com/projects/comics2movies. That's a number 2, all one word. /the-13th-labor. So if you're just listening to us instead of watching us on the video, it's probably because of my handsome voice. I want to apologize because of Matt's not so handsome voice.
I know.
You know what's funny is or who was it? Somebody said this the other day. I think it was Joe. Wasn't it Joe? Who said that if you were able to listen to the show as a podcast and then you just saw a picture of either of us, that no one would put the voices together. They'd think that my voice was yours and that your voice was mine. Which makes a ton of sense. But yeah, go check out the 13th Labor. Andrew Dodge is going to come in here. Oh, you already did. I bet the 13th Labor before Fry.
I love it.
Whatever. Fry got it. Thank you. Made my night and saved my bad joke. Oh, yeah. I'm with you. You know what's hilarious, though? I'm going to say this on the record, that I met him at a Comic-Con. Want to say Salt Lake, I think. And he was much smaller than I imagined he was going to be. Like when I walked up for like the photo op. It freaked me out. You know what I mean? It might be because I couldn't see him, though. Matt still doesn't get the jokes. I'm not going to name any names. Everybody in chat, I'll bet you they know exactly who I'm talking about. Does this help, Matt? What's up? What's up, Matt? Nothing?
Nothing.
Oh, dude. This man knows his pop culture, ladies and gentlemen. T3 Comics says, "What's up, Sean?" Sean says, "But he has the handsome face." I know, that's the problem. I have the perfect face for radio. JD Smith Digiartist says, "Well, yeah, Fry, you're 6'5" and weight is weight. I'm 6'4", not 5. But yeah, he's not as tall as I thought he would be. And creepy large hands, though, for his size. A little weird. How's Lordbridge says, LOL. All right, can we continue on with the news?
Oh, finally.
Can we just keep going?
Oh, jeezy greasy. All right.
Am I slowing you down, huh?
We're finally going to get solicitation catalogs from DC Comics. So for the longest time, everybody's like, well, where do we order? And everybody's just like, well, maybe Diamond for a couple more months. After that, so now they're bringing back the DC Connect, which yeah.
So is it not going to just go directly through Lunar?
That's something I still have yet to figure out. Like, okay. I've been reading into this, but everybody's like, oh, you can order stuff from here. And this is exclusive, like the only place you can order. And the next article I find, it's like, no, from over here. And this is exclusive. So now the comic book stores are going to be able to get the DC Connect and just order from there.
Okay. Raise your hand if you care.
Well, this will hopefully bring some consistency to the DC
I'm
book.
Just kidding. I think what's good about this is that it gives everyone an excuse not to go to their local comic book shop. Thanks, DC, for supporting this entire community. That was sarcasm, by the way. If you're listening to this
Oh,
rather than
yeah,
watching
yeah.
it, go to your local comic book shop. Talk to them about what DC comics are coming out. Maybe you'll like a couple of them. Order them through them. Help keep those comic shops alive. They're going to need that help.
So I want to skip the next article and go directly to this one because
wait. House Lorbridge on YouTube says, "Are these like book orders for adults?" Yes. It's like the Scholastic Book Fair.
That's 100% exactly what this is.
Say what you will, though. That's realistically all that Kickstarters and crowdfunding campaigns are. And those work. So, no? You don't like that, huh? You don't like that comparison. Ooh.
All right. So, speaking of the, kind of pre-orders and stuff like that, Penguin Random House to offer comic stores net 60 payment terms. So basically how it has traditionally worked is you have to pre-order and pay then, or you would essentially pay upon delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you never know exactly how many you're going to need, or you might over order, you might under order. And so it was never, it's just not a good setup. But now Penguin Random House, in order to kind of once again undercut Diamond, is offering, basically you don't pay for 60 days after your orders come in.
Yeah, which is absolutely awesome for comic book shops, especially right now. I very much applaud that they're going this route. You know what I mean? It's scary because this is an easy way for comic shops to go into debt, and we've seen how quickly that can take a comic shop out. But I feel like, with the world opening back up again after COVID, everything like that, this is exactly what a lot of these comic shops need. And so I applaud them. I think they're doing this the right way. Not only that, if anybody missed the previous news story, Penguin is actually opening a distribution warehouse focused on only comic books, and they opened that bad boy not even 20 minutes from the front door of Diamond. So, they're taking care of us as a community, and I think that's absolutely awesome.
So
hopefully
the one thing
they continue to do that.
The one thing I do like is that with a lot more titles, they are offering returns. So if a comic book store orders 50 of one book and they're only going to sell 25, they can still essentially ship back the other 25, and they're still not paying for those. So they're really only paying for what they're actually selling, which is phenomenal.
So cool. And a side note to that also makes it even neater is that means that there'll be less hard copies in circulation, which is good for anybody that collects. But that also means that, what's a comic sold out? Ronin sold out incredibly fast. They didn't even come close to printing enough for demand. So, for example, if my local comic book shop ordered 20 copies of Ronin, they only sold 5. They can still ship back those 15 additional copies that they had overordered. And another comic shop that has people that are actively seeking that book, they can then grab from those 15 and have them shipped to them. So this opens up the door for people being able to get back order comics a little bit easier than the way that Diamond had it set up, as long as Penguin's logistics are going to have to be ridiculously accurate. This. But they've been doing this a long time. They're not new.
This could potentially keep some comic book stores open,
and publishers. You know what I mean? It really could. This could be, that element that brings a lot of the publishers that are doing print on demand back over into the fold. Only time will tell, but it's looking good so far. I think it looks good.
Oh yeah,
I like it. Well, you know what else I like?
What?
Loki.
Oh, you want to go with Loki already?
Yes.
All right.
And now a special look at Marvel Studios' original series, Loki.
Maybe Loki wants to mix it up. Is that possible? You can change? Hi.
This variant is insubordinate, stubborn, unpredictable.
He's doing great. You need the god of mischief. But he's really arrogant. I am Loki, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. Unbelievable. Wherever you go, it's just death, destruction, the literal ends of worlds. I know.
Original series streaming June 9th, only on Disney+.
I know what this place is. The Timekeepers have built quite the circus. And I see the clowns are playing their parts to perfection. Big metaphor guy. I love it. Makes you sound super smart. I am smart. I know. Okay. Okay.
Please sign to verify this is everything you've ever said.
This is absurd.
Sign this too.
We protect the proper flow of time. You picked up the Tesseract, breaking reality. I want you to help us fix it. Why me? I need your unique Loki perspective. Do I get a weapon? Nah.
You really believe in this Loki variant?
Luckily, he believes in himself enough for the both of us. Why? It is adorable that you think you could possibly manipulate me. I'm 10 steps ahead of you. You're not big on trust, are you? You can trust me. Loki, I've studied almost every moment of your entire life. You've literally stabbed people in the back like 50 times. Why never do it again?
I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, I can't wait. You know, I still remember Tom Hiddleston. He actually auditioned for Thor. Did you ever watch his audition tape for that?
Yes.
Dude, that was hilarious.
Here, let me check in with chat real quick here. T3 says, Loki. Wow, I didn't know you could show this. Anything that's a trailer, we can show. We can't, like, you know, cut stuff from the actual footage and rebroadcast or anything like that. But anything that's commercially released as a trailer, yeah, we can absolutely show. House Lorbridge says, I'm excited for Loki. Andrew Dodge says, Penguin Books was founded in 1935. Random House was founded in 1927. They merged in 2013. Lots of experience.
Oh, yeah.
T3 says, looks amazing. Cameron comes in. What's up, Cameron? I haven't seen you in a long time. On Facebook says, you led a reality bender around a campfire? Awesome. Okay, so I want to jump straight into this. Ready? I'm calling it now, what I think is going to happen.
Oh.
If you watch closely, he's wearing a jacket that says variant on the jacket, right?
I was going to ask you about that.
So, in Marvel, they had, you know, their multiverse and stuff. Doctor Strange is going to be going into that. The new Spider-Man's be going into that, all that kind of stuff. But in the books, there were character variants. And I think what's going to happen is I think that the bad guy, quote unquote, I say bad guy loosely here, from this show is going to be a variant of Loki. And I think it's going to be Lady Loki.
So I know that, they were setting it up where there are going to be multiple versions of Loki that he's trying to essentially capture. But Lady Loki, I like that.
I think that's gonna be it.
But see, here's the thing. Marvel is known for messing with us.
True.
They really are. Okay. I mean, they mentioned the whole Nexus in WandaVision, but they never touched on it at all. Now, a Nexus in Marvel was one person who is the exact same in all the multiverses.
Mm-hmm.
They had the perfect opportunity to bring in the multiverse, with Boner.
Scarlet? Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
But they and then it's like, oh, they have the Nexus and the Quicksilver. Are they going? Nope, they're not. Damn it. So I don't know. Look at the Infinity War trailer. I mean, we got to go back for that one, but you saw Hulk running through Wakanda with the rest of the Avengers.
Oh, that's a good point. And it didn't happen.
It didn't. So I don't know what's going to happen. And when it comes to Marvel, I don't guess anymore. I just enjoy the ride.
Yeah,
we got to throw out some fan theories.
Take a step back because we just did bad information. Because Banner ran through.
It wasn't
the
Hulk
Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
but it wasn't the Hulk as they showed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So just to clarify, before all you snobs in chat are yelling at us.
Oh, you're calling them snobs? Oh,
I'm just saying. Saying. Sometimes you guys can get mean, and you make me cry a little bit. T3 says they probably just put a new skin on it as the Buster. Actually, I watched something where they actually talked about that in depth, and they said they purposely did it to throw everybody off.
I heard somewhere that they spent like a couple $1 million just to create new leaked stuff, just to throw people off too. So,
oh yeah, never trust the mouse.
Marvel, man, they're good at that game, at the keeping you guessing game. They are good.
Yep.
Speaking of Marvel, you got to look at this. The whole Loki, it's coming out on the 9th, which, that means it's Wednesday. Comic Book Wednesday just got that much better.
Yep. And they're saying Wednesdays are the new Fridays, which I love because that's a nod back to, you know what I mean, to the old comic shops, stuff like that. So I just thought that was really cool. If you guys are new to comics, anything like that, Wednesdays have always been the day where comic book shops were allowed to put out that week's new books. So Wednesdays
they usually got them like Wednesday morning before they opened.
So Wednesdays have always been like kind of, I got to get down.
Oh, yeah.
I got to go to my local comic shop before they sell out. So I think it's pretty cool. It's smart of them, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Plus, Fridays, people don't want to be sitting at home.
Well, you got to remember Friday. Isn't that when WandaVision and Falcon and the Winter Soldier came out?
Bad Batch is also coming out on Fridays right now.
Oh, yeah.
Which is great. If you guys haven't had a chance to watch that, super cool. It is a cartoon. Star Wars shows you what happens after Order 66, which is amazing. And I love it because I do stuff like this. Computer, execute Order 66.
Yes. Let the hate flow through you.
I live a lonely life. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, computer, stop. I'm gonna keep my lighting like this. What do you think? Does this work?
I think this is why you're single.
Because his skin is like a road flare. Computer, Set bedroom lights to 60% and white.
I don't know how to set bedroom to that setting.
Oh no! We broke it. Give me a second.
Well, it looks like Fry's going to be stuck like this for a while. But while he is trying to fix his lighting and stuff like that, hey! So, 12 Years a Slave screenwriter John Ridley to write the new Black Panther. So, this dude, he could write. Whew.
Oh, yeah.
He can write. And he's actually written a bunch of comics. He's written some Batman books and some various other ones, but yeah.
He wrote a little bit for Constantine. He's been all over the place. Very, very good writer. Very good. Yeah, I think this is going to be cool. I dig it. I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. We need more content.
So his this new Black Panther, his run will actually start in August. So, I can't wait.
That's gonna be badass.
Yeah.
Badass. All right, what else we got coming up?
Well, we have the Marvel movies, actually, speaking of the whole Black Panther thing.
Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, so
there's 10 of them?
There's
so
a lot.
excited.
July 9th, we got Black Widow. September 3rd, we got Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. November 5th, we have Eternals. December 17th, Spider-Man No Way Home. So yeah, we're still going to get it this year. March 25th of next year is Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Followed up by Thor, Love and Thunder, May 6th. July 8th is Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. I'm so excited about that one. I want to see like my hopes and dreams lay on that one.
Yeah.
Then we have November 11th is The Marvels, which, I'm really digging that Kamala Khan character. So she's going to get introduced in here. And
have you played the Avengers video game yet?
I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't had a chance to do so, that's kind of the origination. Well, it's not, but it is. Like they use that as the jumping off platform for Miss Marvel. So well written.
It really is.
I mean, the game, buy it on sale. You know what I mean? But
yeah, I did.
Very well written if you're a comic fan. I mean, there are so many iconic lines and Easter eggs in that thing from both MCU in the movies, but also in the comics. I mean, yeah, they did a great job with that, I think.
They really did. I like the opening sequence when, like, she's all going around, she meets Captain America and stuff. It was just fun.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, so February 17th, this is in 2023 now. We have Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania. I love that. Then we have May 5th, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
So which one are you most excited about? The Wakanda Forever?
That and Spider-Man No Way Home.
Thor Love and Thunder here.
I do want to see that.
I am
basically all of these movies I'm pretty excited about. I didn't think I was going to be excited about Shang-Chi or the Eternals, but after the trailers, they look really good. I'm like, all right, I'm good.
I'm still that guy that's crossing his fingers, hoping that we get to see Beta Ray Bill. I want it to happen.
As far as I know, he was going to be was slated to be in Thor Love and Thunder. Like
it's just a rumor though. Nothing has been.
Yeah. That's not something I have actually gone and double checked and like actually verified, but I have heard that he was supposed to be in Love and Thunder.
Well, but at the same time, they've got like a cameo Easter egg of him in Ragnarok.
Not only that, well, yeah, he's on the
statue thing.
But his people were also in the deleted scene of Infinity War.
Yeah. Give me my Beta Ray Bill, Disney. Okay.
Hey, wasn't that your first comic as well?
Yes.
All right.
I need to see Beta Ray Bill like properly introduced, even if it's just for a second. You know what I mean? Just for a split moment. I need it. I need that in my life.
I think it would be great if they end the movie like with Beta Ray Bill like smashing somebody in the head with the hammer and be like, my turn. And then, it kind of leads to the next Thor movie.
That could be cool.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, why not? But the problem with Beta Ray Bill in the MCU is that they've already stole like so many of his plot lines for other stuff that I'm just like, oh. Like for those, if you're not
Planet Hulk,
if you're not a huge comic fan, Planet Hulk, which is where Ragnarok kind of took place, even though they didn't call it Planet Hulk in the movie. Beta Ray Bill was like a huge part of that.
Mm-hmm.
The destruction of Mjolnir, Beta Ray Bill was a huge part of that.
I mean, hell, Stormbreaker is his.
Stormbreaker is his in the comics, yes, and it was forged by Thor and Ragnarok. I mean, they took a ton of stuff.
Oh yeah,
already. But there's more. Wait a minute. What is this? What is this in chat? T3 says, is it true Nick Cage is coming back as Ghost Rider? God, I hope so.
I hope not.
Ghost Rider deserves it. Dude, those movies are actually pretty good.
I can't stand Nicolas Cage in most movies.
What?
Okay, look. He was great, absolutely great in the Spider-Man multiverse. I can't remember what the name of it is offhand.
Are you talking about the cartoon?
Yeah.
The multiverse?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah. He's fantastic.
Yeah, he was great there. He was great in things like City of Angels, but when it and National Treasure, but when it comes to
name another actor that's going to steal the Declaration of Independence. I'll wait. Name anyone else on the face of the planet.
I said he was great in that movie, but everything else I've seen him in, I'm just like, what the hell?
Oh man, you're breaking my heart.
I'm sorry. He's just every time I hear Nicolas Cage's voice, I just keep thinking of not the bees, not the bees. I'm sorry.
Nick Cage, if you're watching, I still love you. Jeez. Here we go. AM comes in on YouTube saying we don't need Nicholas for our Cosmic Ghost Rider, but I'm not against it.
You got John Bernthal.
John Bernthal would be friggin' my first pick for that character. But you know what? You could grab a random like Girl Scout selling cookies in front of a store, throw him into that cosplay, and start recording, and I would be excited to see that movie. I'm just saying, like, Cosmic Ghost Rider needs to happen. That is one of the best storylines ever. I love it. Jay Smith Vidyarda says the man had a dance off with John Travolta. John Travolta wore his face.
Okay, Face Off was good. I love Face Off.
T3 says not even in Kick-Ass. Also, yes, Nick Cage plays a better Batman than Batman. It's true. Say what you will. But aside from Ben Affleck, Nick Cage has played the best Batman, and he wasn't even Batman. Well, let's see. Lorbridge says Wicker Man scarred Matt for life. T3 back in chat a little while ago says, I've got the theatrical poster of Black Widow with the old wrong date on it. Same with the New Mutants. I love it. That's pretty cool. And House Lorbridge asked, do your computer lights still change with that? Absolutely. 100%. I'm working on getting my gold shoes to sync up, actually.
Oh, boy.
What?
All right. Should we get back to the news? There's still quite a few news stories to cover.
My light up gold shoes are news to some people. But
anyway,
you want to see what I got that's going to take that over the top, though, Matt?
Oh,
you ready? Hold on. That's right.
Is that the old calculator?
That is a Casio calculator watch. Entirely gold plated as well, my friend.
Dude.
I am not quite sure what swagger is, but I'm pretty sure that I drippeth of the swagger.
You're dripping something. All right, so back to Spider-Man No Way Home. Andrew Garfield finally addresses rumors as if, about him returning to Peter Parker.
Yep.
And I was watching the interview, and it's a no, guys. He is saying, as of right now, it's a no, but he's not opposed. He just hasn't got a call from Marvel yet.
I don't believe it.
110%,
I don't believe it.
Here's the thing. Marvel is very, very good.
Yeah, exactly.
At messing with your head. So even though he finally, there was this full interview when they just point blank asked him, "Are you coming back?" He's like, "No, I'm not. I've had to sit back and watch and and I can't say anything, but I've never gotten a call." I'm like, "What do you mean you can't say anything? If you've never gotten a call, you can say something right away." So,
well,
I think he might be coming back. It might not be in Spider-Man No Way Home, but I think he is coming back to the MCU.
So T3 says, we've seen all three of them on set in photos. Actually, we have not seen Garfield on set in photos, but his stunt double was.
Yes, that is correct.
Yep. Which is why everybody, thinks it's going to be him. But yeah.
Well, then we also have Jamie Foxx coming back and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And Doc Ock. The circle or the images that are in circulation on the internet, though, that was actually his stunt double. But that in itself tells you that something is going on. Because Garfield actually has only used one primary stunt double almost his entire career. He's only had, I think, 3 films where he used a different stunt double. But his stunt double that he used for Spider-Man was very specific because he's an acrobat and does all those things. There's still possible that they would have him on set for something else, but he was in a motion capture suit. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do with that? You put on a super suit. It's kind of sus. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit.
Little bit, man, little bit. All right, next up on the news, The Flash makes the news.
So Tom Cavanaugh and Carlos Valdez, let me see, pull up a picture of them. They are done after this season of The Flash.
Pretty sure that costume department is pretty happy about this.
Tom Cavanaugh has played Harrison Wells, Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash, since episode 1. And Carlos Valdez has been playing Cisco Ramon, aka Vibe, since, once again, episode 1. So this is the first time a major, long-standing cast is leaving. Now they've both taken breaks throughout the show, where we've had 4 or 5 episodes without either of them, but they're both calling it quits. So
Reverse Flash killed himself, I thought, right? In the show. He sacrificed himself or something like that.
No, right? It was Eobard Thawne's father or great grandfather or something like that, who was a character on the show, Eddie Thon, and he ends up killing himself in order to make it so he doesn't have any descendants, therefore killing off the Reverse Flash. But at the same time, the Reverse Flash was in the Speed Force at the time, so he was able to kind of like sidestep that.
Oh, of course he was. DC wouldn't have it any other way.
Well, it's actually it made him a more of an interesting character because he's now like, well, you killed off all of my ancestors, and he blames the Flash for that. So
that's weird. So did he remember his ancestors even though they didn't exist?
Yes,
anymore?
because he was in the Speed Force, he was able to sidestep that whole timeline.
Do you call your Honda Accord the Speed Force?
Oh God, no.
I'm just wondering.
No.
Jay Smith Digiartist comes in on Twitch chat saying, I'm good if Peter Parkour with his basketball dunk skills doesn't make it into the MCU, to be honest. If he shows up, cool, but I'm trying to forget the Garfield Spideys. I didn't mind them.
You know,
here's the thing. Like, I don't think they were great.
No.
But A, they were better than Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm.
B, they were easier to swallow and watch than the X-Men movies. Aside from the Wolverine-focused ones.
Oh, come on. First Class?
First Class I didn't think was too bad because I loved the introduction of Quicksilver.
No. First Class.
Isn't the First Class one with the intro of Quicksilver? No, it's not. Yeah, you're right.
No, that's Days of Future Past.
Yeah, Jesus. See?
I like that one too.
Come on, Sony. Get with it. You're not DC. But yeah.
But you know, I liked his Spider-Man. I didn't like his Peter Parker.
Here's an interesting idea. T3 says he's trying to be extra, I think, because Tom spills everything in interviews. That's actually a fair point.
It really is.
Yeah. So I thought that was like planned because, again, Marvel is brilliant at planting messed up seeds on people. And I found out that Marvel legitimately was going to cancel Tom's contracts because of that. Because he spoiled stuff from the movies.
Yeah.
Like, they were not happy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they actually fined him under contract. He had to pay for doing that. But yeah, it's if you guys look into it, man, there's a lot of stuff that goes into Tom Holland, like spoiling stuff.
I always thought it was
bad.
funny. Yeah, that like he starts out and everybody's like, oh, he's the new Spider-Man. And then he does a couple of interviews and he spoils something in every interview. And then instantly it's like it's him and somebody else. And they're always like, bam, every question.
Bro,
it's
he
like,
spoiled this snap. And a lot of people didn't even catch it, but like the co-stars were like cutting the interview short and stuff.
Well, so did Mark Ruffalo, if you remember.
Yeah.
He was like, oh, it's great because like almost everybody dies. And it was like, wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah. He's like, yeah, especially when Tony Stark dies. Thanks. Yeah, that's good stuff. Okay, so next up, Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah. Okay,
Says
so
that they considered having different people wield the shield.
Mm-hmm.
This is a cool story.
It really is. So it wasn't supposed to be just Falcon or God, what my brain is not working tonight.
The Winter Soldier?
Well, no, he does wield the shield, but Wyatt Russell. So it's supposed to be more than just, those two guys throughout the whole series. So it kind of alludes to the fact that Bucky kind of wanted the shield as well.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was kind of portrayed, you know. But not Not too overwhelmingly, I don't think. I don't think they made him kind of off to be like an ass, which I thought was
No, they actually did a really good job with the Winter Soldier and kind of his redemption arc. I really enjoyed that. But now I think that he's in a good place. He could eventually. I would love to see him in more of that Bucky Captain America costume.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I mean, even if we still called him the Winter Soldier, I would love to see, or whatever they're going to call him, because I think he's done with that mantle.
Well, and in the show, they hinted that they were going to go the directive of White Wolf, which is cool, because that's a nod back. But we'll see.
But the White Wolf was more of a Black Panther bad guy. It was, I believe, his kind of adopted brother. Who always wanted to one up him, almost like the Loki Thor dynamic.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that could still work. I mean, maybe not as direct as it is in the comics, but you know, it's kind of the Winter Soldier always had a big part in any of the Wakanda storylines in the comics, and I don't see a reason why they couldn't carry that over into the MCU successfully.
Yeah.
Clearly, you know, after the death recently and stuff like that, and them doing Wakanda Forever and stuff, they should do so tastefully.
That I'm really interested to see how they're going to do that. I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people say that they think they should just basically can Black Panther's character altogether, and I don't think that does it justice. You know what I mean?
I don't either, because he was such an integral part. I don't know. But at the same time, I wish they would have kept the storyline where Winter Soldier killed Wolverine's wife and unborn kid.
Well, and with that, I will add on to that. I think that they screwed up by having the Winter Soldier kill Tony Stark's parents in the movies. Because in the comics, that's not the way it goes.
Well, yeah.
In the comics, it's an oil company that does that. You know what I mean? But I think that by doing that, it set him up as that character up, I should say, to no matter what be, you know, the enemy kind of all the time. So I don't know. They did a good job though. I think Falcon and Winter Soldier is really good. I didn't think the first episode was the best.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
like it wasn't the, you know, on par with the Captain America movies, but I really enjoyed it.
See, and I think if you sit down and you binge through the whole thing, it holds its weight right next to it.
It does. The entire series, yes, holds its weight. It is essentially the perfect Captain America 4.
Yeah, I thought they did really well. It just, you know, those of us are so used to binge watching stuff on Netflix, we forgot how to watch sitcoms. I mean, really, that's what it comes down to.
True.
But so, okay. Do we do this next one? All right, chat, y'all been on it tonight, so you got to help us out here because we want to know what chat thinks about on this one. And before we bring it up, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little bell notification. Know when we go live. I'm getting good with that.
Okay, remember, guys, centipedes, all that kind of fun stuff.
Yep. If you don't subscribe, Jared can't ever come back.
Oh, we're gonna lose subscriptions if we say that.
No, people love Jared. You add a little bit of chaos in and everything. A little bit more interesting to watch. Speaking of which,
Jared is a walking conspiracy theory. I'm just saying it now.
Love it. Speaking of which, a little bit of chaos. The Joker. And that there may be a sequel in the making.
So, Joaquin Phoenix's Joker possibly coming back. Now, here's what There is no way that they were not going to entertain this idea due to the fact that the first Joker made so much money.
Bro, I'm going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
This is the one time where I went on. I bag on DC all the time, but I'm still there opening night. You know what I mean? I still support. This is the one time in all the recent DC movies where I walked out of that theater and I was instantly stoked. I mean, they did so many things right. Like, they took a totally different approach. I felt like it was dark and gritty and like, I mean, whereas most DC movies, they try to go with, you know, triple ply toilet paper, with this Joker, it's like 40 grit sandpaper. You know what I mean? And those are the things that I really like about DC's writing style. Storyline dependent, yeah, but a lot of DC books are very dark and gritty, but they're not done in that way to just kind of be abrasive. They're done in that way to make the characters more human and more believable. Yeah. And this was one of those character studies where, like, holy crap, I mean, so good. So yeah, I'm stoked if they come out with a sequel. I don't know how the hell they're going to do it.
See, I am leery about it because the way it set it up, it was like a real world Joker, you know, not the DC Comics Joker. It was like something that you can see walking down the street today, you know? So it was like, it gave it that extra, like, holy crap. If they do a sequel, are they going to introduce Batman? And I don't know if Batman will work in that world.
So
they created.
Okay, tell me if I'm wrong, but I always took. Thanks. I always took the Joker as a character that was set in real life. That's what made him so, like, prolific, was that he was an honestly believable comic character. Well, he was a villain that you could imagine could really happen. He didn't have crazy superpowers. He didn't have, you know, well,
I'm just remembering Emperor Joker.
Oh. Yeah, depending on the storyline. But, well, I mean,
the Joker has always been kind of representative of the horror movies that you see at the time. So, you know, the original kind of was the man who laughs, and then we started to see more of the, you know, gangster kind of feel to him, which was addressed in the Three Jokers book, which was really good as long as they kept it non-canon. You know, just a standalone book. I think it worked perfect. So the Joker is always kind of represented essentially what we fear at that time. So, you know,
that's an interesting dynamic.
Well, throughout the Joker movie, if you look at it, you have, you know, extreme isolation. You have a society that's kind of fallen apart, and, you know, let's look at the world around some days, and, you know.
Well, and like the ignorance towards the need for mental health care. I mean, I mean, I know the time frame was supposed to be different, but it couldn't have felt more real world.
At home, I hate to say it, but yeah.
And I think that opened a lot of people's eyes too, is that it was like, that was a legitimately shocking movie. You know what I mean? And the storyline was shocking. And the end, where you're sitting there going, okay, what part of all this that I just saw was actually really happening? Which parts were in his mind? Where is everything? What's going on? Here, let me catch up on chat here. GFender Dodge on Twitch says, I actually enjoyed Joker. I really hope they do make a sequel.
Now,
I do too.
I'm not saying I hope they don't. I'm just saying I'm cautious about how they portray Batman, because, it was so believable and so good. If they bring in Batman, who happens to be, one of my top 10, I love me some Batman. Is it going to work? And I don't want them to make a sequel just because they're like, it was a cash grab. And that could be what it feels like. I hope they get the perfect story for it and see where they go.
So JD Smith did your artist right here on Twitch says, I'd rather get a Two-Face movie executed like the last Joker movie. That would be badass. And I wouldn't be surprised if they do a sequel to Joker and it's got Harvey Dent. Because if you think about it, with the way they've played with the timeline there, at the very end of Joker, it shows Origin of Batman. Because every movie has to have Origin of Batman for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it shows, the alleyway outside of the theater and all that. I mean, it wouldn't be that big of a stretch to imagine that instead of it being Two-Face, it's still Harvey Dent, and Harvey Dent is still, just like a defense attorney or a prosecutor.
Yeah.
So
that'd be awesome.
I feel like that's something that we could see happen. Let's see here. T3 Comics says, I hope he is the Joker for the new Batman with the vampire. The scenes that we saw him looked like the same time frame. I know Bruce was supposed to be young, but I feel like it could be 10 years later or something. It could, but that's the okay. I think I'm getting two books messed up. So that's the three Jokers idea, right? That the Joker itself is more of a mentality that it's a mantle that multiple people throughout history had essentially adopted for their own purpose, right? And that Red Hood and all that kind of stuff was just supplemental. Or is that wrong?
No, it's basically, yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that could work in that format, but I don't see them going that wide with characters either. You know what I mean? Because they had they had Bruce Wayne in Joker, but he was like what, 8, 9 years old, something like that.
I'd say probably about 10 or 11.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I mean, I don't think it would have worked as well if they would have had all those different characters. I think even when you think of like all the crime and the riots at the end of the movie, if you think of all those people being henchmen, that kind of fit in on a few things, but who knows?
If you're gonna do some like weird, I'm throwing this out there, okay? I would love to see a movie based in Gotham City that's a lot like Falling Down with Michael Douglas.
Ooh.
Where the main character, Joe Chill.
Okay. All right. I'm interested. You've piqued my curiosity, good sir. I'm in. All right. Next up on the news. I like this one.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I like this one.
Our boy, Darren Davis.
Our homie, Darren.
So, Comic Distro is to distribute Tidalwave Productions. How cool is that?
I think it's pretty neat.
For the longest time, you could only get the Tidalwave through Amazon directly.
Mm-hmm.
And I know Darren. Yeah, I know Darren hasn't exactly been thrilled with Amazon a lot of times.
I think I don't want to put any words in his mouth, but I will say this: the quality of those books is top notch. The print quality itself, the spines, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Those are something else. Like that's next level quality that you get. And I know that Darren, I feel like Darren, would speak.
I wish we had him on tonight.
Well, let me call him. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I think it's badass that the Comic Distro is picking him up because, I mean, what a better dude, more deserving guy. You know what I mean?
Dude, he's so fun to talk to.
Oh my gosh. He is like, yeah, he's great. Darren's good people. Good people.
I gotta say this though about Darren. Never, ever try to keep up with them while drinking on the shows.
Yeah, he'll put you down.
Oh, yeah, he will.
Put you down.
Oh, man.
All right. Well, let's see here. We got next up in the news Wonder Woman 3.
Well, okay. So this is still a rumor, but it's been supported by a whole bunch of different people. Patty Jenkins is out, and I am upset about that. She did
really
phenomenal with the first one.
Okay, but
I think whoever did the CGI for the second one, they should be out.
But I don't know. I'm not against them changing things up to keep it, keep it relevant, new. I don't think she did bad.
Oh no.
I think she
she did great.
Pretty true to the source material. I will say that. I don't think it's necessarily a huge loss though, but I could be wrong. You know what I mean? I like the idea of Wonder Woman having, kind of a continuous renewal process, without changing the actors and actresses. Obviously, gal, call me. No, okay.
No, but I love the whole dynamic that they've set up. So I don't want them to change anything because it feels like the writers really know Wonder Woman, and that is so supremely important. Although I am actually curious to see her Rogue Squadron movie. Oh, that's going to be good.
It will be. Let's see here. Let me check in with chat. T3 says, Darren, help me get distroed. LOL. T3 also says, by the way, anyone watching the Tim Vigil signed variants came in and everything will be totally out in the mail in the next 2 weeks. Thank you again, everybody that backed us. Keep an eye out. He is speaking specifically about the Death Dwells comic on Kickstarter. So if you guys are a backer of that, there's some news straight from the horse's mouth.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to be opening mine like on this Monday show and showing everybody like this is what I got.
I'm going to open mine like within 4 seconds of that thing being delivered.
You have no idea. If it doesn't show up on Monday, I'm just going to be like staring at it like all week. Like,
yeah, I'm not
let me
patient.
open it.
And Dodge says, awesome, Tom. Thanks for the update. Super stoked. Jay Smith Didyarda says she blew it with WW84. To your point, Matt, Jenkins should have stayed true to 1984 and not used any CGI at all and stuck with movie effects tricks from that era.
See, I don't know about
CGI was. I don't know. Go ahead.
I think it would have been great if she used practical effects other than CGI.
Yeah, I don't think they needed to do practical effects from the 80s to push the point.
Oh no.
But I
would
think
have been
practical
like,
effects would have definitely helped that show.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, let's go.
Yeah.
You're AT&T, for Christ's sakes. How can you not afford decent CGI budget? You know what I mean?
I would rather them, like I said, not have use. I don't like it when the CGI is so prominent in the movie. I want to see a movie where CGI is used sparingly and it looks really good.
Well, I watched an interview with one of the guys that's actually on the team that worked through the CGI, and he was saying that they were only allotted about a 20% budget as to what they had expected. So, I mean, they were basically on a rush deadline and had to push it out in a fifth of the amount of time. When you take that into account, you know what I mean? They did pretty damn well.
Yeah.
You know? But
I mean, everything on that movie, like the CGI, it felt rushed. It really did.
Yeah. And that shouldn't have been okay. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, I mean, I hate saying this, but that movie got really, really awful reviews based solely off of the CGI, just because people couldn't displace how fake looking things were, and it took them out of that storyline mentally.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
It really did. But the storyline itself was actually pretty good.
Other than being a rapist, yes.
Well, yeah, that was.
Well, let's see here. Jay Smith Idiota says, I work in visual effects 3D, and all these producers overpromise and underdeliver. They give the virtual effects people no time to create worlds. Oh, I believe it 100%.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I would totally believe that.
See, and that's why I like the Snyder Cut so much, is because they're like, okay, look, our CGI that we're doing, we're going to take our time. We'll release it when it's ready. And that should be every movie that you're spending $100 million on. Like, let's face it, you don't release it when it's not ready.
Yeah, there's no reason to rush that. And it's an art form like anything else. You know what I mean? And specifically when we're talking about comics here, specifically, like this is a community. These are fans that are gonna know if you rushed it. They have grown up on the same story, these same characters, by eating with their eyes. You know what I mean? And if something seems visually off and throws them out of the loop of you know, that entire conquest of the information that you're supposed to be absorbing, you're just going to kill your own show. You know what I mean? You're going to kill your own movie. Like, arguably, CGI is just as important as writing or any other storytelling tool.
It is. It really is.
You know, we're not talking about She's Got Mail. We're talking about Wonder Woman. Like, make that shit badass. All right. So that covers our news topics, but now we've got some opinion topics to cover. So first up, upcoming conventions and how we feel about some of the recent developments with these conventions. I'm going to go through the list backwards because I have a feeling that one of these elements is going to have a lot more interaction than the other ones are going to have.
I think I know exactly which one you're talking about too.
Yeah. So first up, the places that are open. Many venues are still closed down in many cities. A lot of them are trying to open up. That being said, like, chat, what do you guys think? Are people going to be going back to these conventions? Are you guys planning on going to any conventions? Which ones?
I, of course, will be.
Yep, I will be too. It's kind of our job.
Isn't it the coolest job, dude?
I mean, yeah, but and people don't get it because they're like, oh, all you do is go to conventions all year long. And I'm like, okay, bro, first of all, you spend like a week hard prepping, like insane amounts of work. Then for a weekend, you're running nonstop, like 80 miles an hour. And then you basically have like a 12-hour period to kind of look back and say, oh, I was just at a convention. There was like 3 cool dice I saw. Like, we don't have time to get to check out everything cool.
See,
and it breaks my heart.
The
but
one
at the
thing
same time, I'm not bitching.
The one thing about conventions is it feels like, you know, with all the prep and everything, you almost hit that wall on the way to the convention.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm so exhausted. And then you get to the convention, you get that burst of energy again. You're like, oh, hell yeah. And then by the end of that first day, you're like, oh, I can barely move. I can barely keep my eyes open. And then Jared will, you know, zip by on his wheelies. And you're like, okay, we can keep doing this, you know? So
I know.
It is fun. I love it. I love conventions.
Well, the coolest part of conventions is always going to be the cosplays, I think. Just seeing everybody's rad cosplays.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I know I'm a comic nerd. Don't get me wrong. Don't hate on me. But when you get to see like how creative some people are with their cosplays, It's so invigorating because you're just like, oh man, there's no way in hell I could make this, and my artistic talent is garbage. Thank you. Thank you for making me feel like crap.
At the
Oh man, some of
FanX,
these
remember the
cosplayers are rad.
guys? There were the moon kind of statues from Neverending Story.
Oh, Anarchy
That
Girls.
was rad. Oh,
Dude,
that
their
was
whole
the Anarchy
group.
Girls?
Yeah, their whole group. Shout out to Anarchy Girls at Salt Lake, man.
Oh, yeah.
Holy crap, they do. And then they did the Lost Boys.
Mm-hmm.
And those were rad. Dude, those were so cool.
And then there was those three guys going around as was it Galaxy Quest?
Yeah, they did perfect.
That was so awesome, man.
T3 says I'll most likely be until July or later, though. I've seen a lot of creators saying that they're looking at that July time frame or afterwards. Andrew Dodge comes in on Twitch saying SLC for sure, talking about FanX.
I'll meet you down there.
Yeah, they just made a few more announcements for guests and stuff for FanX. That'll be a spendy one this year, though. That will be a spendy one. JD Smith, Digiartist, says I'll be back in 2022, but I'm not sure about the rest of this year. I think a lot of people are in that boat. A lot of people just want to sit back for a minute, see how this all plays out. You know what I mean? No need to rush back into it. No need to put yourself in danger. Good news for that, though, is that we'll be attending a crap ton of them, very likely. So we'll be going live from a lot of the conventions, talking to people, trying to get this ironed out to where we might even be doing some of these shows, the live shows with the community right from the conventions, depending on our connection capability, stuff like that. And we're still trying to get those worked out. But
that's the one thing I hate about the conventions is you go in and you're like, all right, I'm going to stream. And it's like, if you want to use our internet, it's $60 a day. And then like,
terrible.
Oh yeah. Because everybody is paying like the $60.
Yeah.
You're like, it's almost dial-up speed, man.
We're going to have to figure that out. Plus some of the event locations are they just get terrible, Wi-Fi signals throughout the buildings. And so we're gonna see what we can make work. And we got a few ideas here. T3 says, I love seeing the stormtroopers. Yeah, like the 501st, stuff like that. That's hats off to them. T3 says, have you seen the Napoleon Dynamite gang that goes around Comic-Cons with a boombox and he does the dance with snow boots?
I haven't seen that one.
I saw somebody did that at FanX a couple of years ago. But it's kind of unfair, T3, just because Napoleon Dynamite was actually filmed like in
Preston,
Jared's
Idaho.
backyard. Yeah,
no, it's closer towards isn't Preston over by the border?
Yeah, but it's more believable if I say Jared's backyard because that's Jared. But
I gotta tell you guys though, a lot of those scenes in that movie were actually taken directly from real life.
Yeah, that's what it's like growing up where we're at.
Yeah,
100%.
Welcome to Idaho.
Andrew Dodge says, I just paid for my FanX ticket. I'm glad you got in early.
Yeah.
Right. So let's see. Next up, the crowds. And that goes into the safety thing. But, a lot of people aren't sure about the crowds, limited capacity, stuff like that. Jay Smith, Digiartist asks, was Jared the inspiration for Uncle Rico? There's only one way for us to find out.
Who the hell is Uncle Rico?
Yeah.
Bravo, Jared.
I don't know why he takes himself back off the stream. Why do you do that?
What? Because I'm a Sith Lord.
You kind of
in my mind, in my imagination, of course.
Where's your Crypto Comic shirt?
Oh, sorry about that, dude. I forgot. Sorry.
Oh.
Did you tape another damn coaster to your shirt?
This one's awesome, dude. This one's stash. See, check it.
Hey, that doesn't count.
It totally counts.
We've
got the
talked
logo
about
on
that.
it, and it goes with my hoodie. It's black and white. It's perfect, just like us. What are you guys laughing at? What are you guys talking about anyways? I don't got much time. I barely was able to jump on, man. It's been crazy here.
Conventions and the crowds. Like, how do you feel about that?
You jumped on just in time. Nice haircut. Leslie says,
Yeah, I know, dude. That's why I'm sithing it.
JD Smith, Age Artist says the timing. My mind is blown.
Well, that's just because you're awesome, did you?
You don't want to know how long he's been waiting backstage for you to say something else, did you? He was waiting just for you. So, last up on the opinion topic of conventions.
How do you feel about the crowds, though?
Well, we kind of covered that with, that it's going to be limited. So, crowds.
Well, like how limited? Are you guys talking about convention crowds?
Yeah.
How limited?
It just depends on the event. I mean, and a lot of the events haven't even announced how limited they're going to be.
I mean, it's kind of a usual thing to be, bumping elbows with everybody, walking through the conventions. So
bumping elbows.
Well,
I don't know about you, but there's been times where I just start swimming.
Oh, yeah. We actually plowed through everybody. Fry and I did on a dead run when Tony Todd. Yep. He 100%. Said he wanted a t-shirt and wanted to talk to us.
If we ran somebody over that might be watching, no apology.
Ran somebody over.
I'm sure there was like 5 or 6 people that we trampled.
Man, I was on Heelys and I didn't run anybody over. You guys are terrible.
We just beelined it. Now, here's the thing. I'm on a dead run, and my knee was all sorts of screwed up.
Yeah, so I was about to say, you mean a dead hobble.
You
mean a dead hobble. You were at a dead hobble. I could see you just going.
I'm trying to keep
Fry
up
runs
with
out
Fry.
next to you. Come on, let's go, Matt.
It was like an icebreaker in front of a tugboat.
I could totally see you guys. Oh my gosh.
So
see, and as I glide through the masses, you guys are like bumping and grinding, falling, tripping, like, hey, wait,
I want to say this clearly. Matt and I have never been bumping and grinding. Okay?
I'm sorry about that. That came out all wrong. Sorry about that, guys.
Fry wishes.
What happens at the after party stays at the after party. You know what I'm saying? All right, last up. Why does he keep removing himself? What is he doing?
Sorry about that. I pushed the wrong button. I was trying to mute myself.
Oh,
jeez. All right. Well, last up on this, vaccine enforcement and how that's going to play into the entire convention schedule and lineup. What does that mean for us? Well, it means you're going to see a lot more of me and Matt.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because somebody doesn't believe in the science.
Actually, I do believe in the science. That's why I don't need to be vaccinated, is because I've already had it twice. And so I'm actually like, I'm done with the fear. I know I can live through COVID. It won't kill me.
Like a year before it ever came to the U.S.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. I had it in January, February of 2020, and I had it at the end of 2020. And I hit all the symptoms. So I disagree with that claim totally. It was January, February of 2020, and at the end of 2020. I know it was scary going through it. It was rough. It wasn't no flu, but
and one thing that a lot of people are concerned about is that a lot of these events are not requiring vaccines. Some of the events are requiring vaccines, depending on who's producing the events. And this is something that, people can get all political and get all crazy about and stuff like that.
Right.
We're not looking to do all that tonight. But one thing that we will let everybody know is to make sure that you use your due diligence and research.
Mm-hmm. Talk to your doctor.
Make your decisions, but also make sure that you research the events that you're looking at going to. Make sure that you are abiding by whatever safety guidelines they have. If you don't agree with them, you don't have to go to events. There's going to be other events.
Exactly.
But one thing to keep in mind is let's all just kind of agree that, we miss conventions. We miss events.
Yes.
Let's not, for lack of a better term, fuck it up for everybody else.
You know
what I mean?
I do got to say for everybody out there,
how can you fuck it up for everybody else?
I'm just saying, I'll go back through the peanut butter shot from the Army if it means I can go to a convention again.
The peanut butter shot from the Army. What's that?
Oh,
what's that? The peanut butter shot from the Army.
I got it once in the Army and once in the Marines, and that was brutal.
When you're going through basic, they basically give you, they call it Superman serum at Fort Benning, Georgia. But what it really is it's essentially like the ultimate.
Where they give you. Oh yeah. My wife got that when she went into the Air Force.
It doesn't
they put it right in your butt cheek.
It feels like they use a turkey baster and just jab it into your butt cheek, and it's filled with peanut butter. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
And then they're like, sit down on it.
You called it what? Peanut butter shop?
Yep.
Because it feels like a chunk of peanut butter is getting put in your butt cheek, and then you got like a golf ball in your ass cheek for like the next 3 days. You can't sleep on that side. It's crazy.
But that's like
I would go through that again.
Like every vaccine known to man, right? In that Superman shot.
I think so.
I
they
don't
really
know
tell
what
anybody.
It's the military. They might throw in a couple of extra things, see if they can pull a Captain America out of somebody. But
hey, that'd be cool. I'm down for that.
Sign me up. What? I mean, that's what I'd be thinking. You're right that they could put a bunch of vaccines in there, and they really don't tell you what else they're doing. They're the military. They don't.
It feels like they just injected you with gravel just to see what it would be like.
Jesus,
like,
really?
I wonder if
they
he's
put
going
a
to be
Buick Skylark in your butt cheek.
My butt hurts just thinking about it.
It's rough, homie. It is rough.
Oh yeah, and then they have you sit down on the tile floor, and like one butt cheek is big and swollen, and the other's regular, so you're like leaning to the side, and it's just you got so many other shots that you're kind of starting to feel a little loopy, and you're like, oh, I don't know what's going on anymore. It's just
great.
a bad day.
Well, at least you guys followed the science.
Hey, at that point, you've already signed it away. You don't have.
Oh yeah, true. You got no.
That's not something the recruiters tell you about. You know what I mean? You find that one out when you're standing in line, and the guy in front of you goes, "Wait, my ass."
I didn't know about this. Can I change my mind? No.
See, I remember I went in there and it was like the very first shot I was going to get. You get like, it feels like 20 in each arm, right?
Oh my gosh.
But that's before the peanut butter shot. So I went in there and I was like, oh, what's this one for? He's like, does it matter? Jab. I'm like, oh, okay. At that point, it was like, I should just stop asking.
You know what that is? That's called the military-industrial complex.
Truth. So one thing we did want to bring up about conventions, for anyone that is nervous about it or having second thoughts, keep in mind there's also still going to be online conventions.
Mm-hmm.
Namely one that's kind of close to our hearts, which is CouchCon.
That's the one I'm going to. I'm going to CouchCon. I told these guys, I'm like, look, you guys can try and hold me back, but I'm going to CouchCon.
You're also going to Comic-Con.
Oh, I'm going to Comic-Con too. I've got my own badge. You guys want to see it?
Wait, you're going to take him to the Thanksgiving one?
Badge.
No,
I got my
you
badge
can't show
already.
that yet.
You guys want to see it?
You can't show that yet.
No.
Oh, okay, sorry. Never mind. I ain't got one.
What are you doing?
What?
Joke ruiner.
What are you talking about? What are we talking about?
But yeah, so online conventions, we've got CouchCon coming up at the end of June.
Yes.
Watch for a bunch of announcements coming up with that because that one's going to be rad. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're lucky enough to sponsor that event again. Getting put on by Vivid. It's going to be rad. Yep.
There's going to be a gaming tournament. I think still,
Andrew
right?
Dodge has a countdown going 45 days, 15 hours till CouchCon. That's right. If you go to the site, you can see the countdown. A lot of really cool panels are getting planned out. What?
Can we show the countdown?
Yeah, you can pull up the website. Go to couchcon.org.
Let me check it. Hold on 1 second.
There is going to be some.
Actually, dude, you guys can't have me pull it up. My internet's been wacko. Like I've been hearing like weird, and everything. It hasn't been great.
All right, I'll pull it up.
Thank you, Matt. I just know if I do, I might crash my whatever I'm doing right now. I'm barely making it.
Oh yeah!
Oh, that looks awesome.
So yeah, we're looking forward to this event. You guys are going to see new vendors, new tournaments, new panels, everything popping up here very soon on their sites. Make sure you check it out at couchcon.org. It's going to be real rad. And we got to see some of the sneak peek for the marketing art for it. And
I know it looks so cool, dude.
Y'all,
it looks so
one of these banners looks so badass that I might get it tattooed during CouchCon.
Dude, if you do that, can we stream it?
I don't think so, because if I get it tattooed, it's going to be a chest piece, and we can't show nipples on stream.
Oh yeah, we can, dude. We can just put those black tape.
We can
X's
call up
over 'em.
Geo and get his pasties.
Yeah, we could put pasties on them, dude.
All right, thanks, guys.
Yeah, no problems. We've always known you want it. We'll get the tassel ones, dude.
Oh Lord, make it stop. But coming up directly after that, we have the at-home event hosted by Comic-Con. We're going to be restreaming that. If any of you guys remember when we did the DC fandom event, be the same type of thing. We'll basically be going through the whole online convention, doing our normal bit of jazzercise and excitement. Yeah, we're going to be kind of attending that whole thing and checking it all out. So,
do you know how long the convention is yet?
What was that?
How long is the convention scheduled?
It's scheduled for the weekend, but they haven't announced all of the panels or anything like that. So we'll get all of that together and then kind of make announcements. What's nice about that is, especially if you are in other countries, that allows you to tune into our stream and kind of check everything out. That being said, those type of events sometimes can get flagged for removal. So if you're going to be watching that, make sure you tune in early and check those out. Afterwards, there are some in-person events that are going to be coming up, as well as some very significantly large announcements from Crypto Comics, which you guys are going to be wanting to look forward to. And with that, I'll sprinkle a little bit of Marvel jazz, I guess, as Matt would call it. A little bit of the Marvel mentality in here.
Wait, you're going to lie to the audience in order to confuse them?
Yeah. If any of you guys have backed Death Dwells from T3, you're going to see an announcement coming out over the next few days that we are actually going to be sending out the digital books for Death Dwells here in just a couple of weeks, and you're going to want to watch for that update so that you know how to claim them. Oh, geez, Jared.
What was that?
Sorry about that, guys. Oh my gosh,
bro, was that?
No, I gotta go. Hey, it's been lovely. Thank you so much for letting me hang out. Man, that was real awesome. See you guys later. Bye.
What the hell was that?
That was legit. Anyhow, you guys are going to want to watch for that announcement. You'll also get an announcement similar to that if you back the Volume 5 Dreamkeepers omnibus or book, I should say. Or if you back Temerity The Runaway, there's a very special gift coming your way for being a backer. And we want to once again thank the creators on all those series for letting us up on board, but there's going to be some cool stuff coming there. So looking forward to that. With that being said, with CouchCon's announcement, yeah, we don't know what that was, Jenny. Did you just call him, Matt? Was that his ringtone for you?
I hope not. I didn't call him.
That being said, thank you everybody for watching. Make sure you like it. Make sure you hit subscribe. Please interact with that like button. It helps us break that algorithm, and it does us a lot of good. Really, really helps us. So we appreciate you doing that.
Please show us some love, guys.
Sharing it out, yeah. And that being said, this doesn't happen very frequently, but I feel like it's got to. M. Scott Russell told me to buy some AirPods. I bought some. They're fantastic. He was right. I was wrong. These are the best headphones I've ever had in my life. I don't know how I lived without these until today. So thank you, M. Scott Russell. And
you're welcome.
You were right. But
Well,
you
thank
do
you.
not have a gold Casio calculator watch. So
I do not. No, I got
I
the
am
Apple
still
Watch,
king of accessories. Andrew Dodge says my AirPods suck. A, make sure you're setting them up on an up-to-date iOS device. B, look at the settings because holy crap, there's a lot of cool stuff in there. And then, oh, damn it. And then we got Joe Bridges says, I told you to buy AirPods too, boy. Okay, to be fair, I bought these at a gas station. Because I thought that if I spent $30 at the gas station, maybe these would hold out for me for a little bit. Not as good, you know. I mean, okay. Yeah. Thanks, Joe. Appreciate it, boss. And T3 Comics says today's show is sponsored by Crypto Comics. What's up? All these shows are sponsored by Crypto Comics. You know why? Because Crypto Comics. Why would we want anybody else?
Yeah.
That's just rad. Andrew Dodge says, I'm an Android user. Mine are genuine, but only paid $10. So yeah, Android, you don't get nearly what these things are capable of doing.
Yeah.
I mean, even close. I also have Android for my daily driver here, and using them on my phone is entirely different than like throwing them on my MacBook. It's night and day. It's insane. They're great. They really are. They're great. That being said, we love you. Thanks for coming around. All right. We bid you adieu.
Let's move on to Bitcoin, shall we? That's a virtual
Bitcoin
currency.
has now almost overtaken
All-time
gold.
high this week of 900.
I should have guessed it.
My bad. My bad. My bad. I'm still excited about Doge. What can I do? What can I do? You know what I mean? All right. With that, we're out, y'all. Matt never thought about me riding shotgun and being in charge of music.
DC still better.
DC is still better.
feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Where are we, Toto? Where are we?